I say, whoa, now that what's happening with it? Y'all Shemans and them file shot and reporting on the Bamboozled Again News Network. Let me gather my thoughts. Because it seems to be the duality of life, right? Where bamboozlements are very overt. Let's say the news and all this wacky, wild Kool-Aid style stuff they got going on, right? And then your personal life, they might be more subtle. The voice inflection of people, the, you know, kind of subtle, backhanded, kind of snarky kind of comments, right? Anywho, right? This video will be about the gift of endurance, and like the words say, it does produce patience. And forgive me, y'all, but I think patience then produces something else, right? And then the word said that you'll be complete, lacking nothing, right? So again, personal testimony, right? Now I've been walked into this phase, you understand me? So, I talked about on the last live, the court hearing and how they were just totally oblivious to the other party showing up late, you know what I'm saying? Mystifying, you know what I mean? Went through a week of just, what would I call it, spiritual heaviness to a degree, you know what I mean? But, now I had energy, but my spirit wouldn't allow me to move. My spirit was telling me rest, right? Had car trouble. Had a super spectacular bill, right? So I'm like, but it's gonna be all right though. And I really didn't overthink it. But you know how the words say we're perplexed on all sides, but not crushed, right? So I've been, the various, and I see it like this now, right? The various trials and tribulations of life are meant to build character. They're meant to build spiritual fortitude. They're meant to build faith, right? You're not just suffering just to be suffering. Now, we're in the world, so suffering does occur. The rain fall on the just and the unjust alike, you understand? But there's a formation that happens in the various trials and tribulations you endure. Sometimes in real time you can't see it. Just for the longest, why I couldn't get a job in Baltimore, why I kept getting bamboozled, why I kept finding myself around these bamboozlers and couldn't break free of them. So what that produced is an internal fortitude. So doing this, let's say after I got out of treatment, let's say 3 years ago, I faced various, trials, right? And they've all gotten exponentially bigger. So meaning the higher I've gone up the ladder, if the Most High don't deliver, the fall will be harder, right? Now, mind you, in reference to my car and, family stuff and all that, I've done all I can do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I never know what I'm going to do. But he ain't bring me this far to leave me, right? So I got that rectified today. You know what I'm saying? But the money materialized out of nowhere, and I didn't have almost $2,600 to fix my car. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've been in various stages where something pops up, I don't have the money. But then within a few days, opportunity opens up, financial resource I didn't know about, gift, whatever. You understand? Except this time, because of what I'm doing, just started a new job, whoop de whoop de whoop woo, right? The storm looks bigger. But again, having gone through various situations, I didn't run around and scramble and scrape. I didn't overly overthink how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that, da 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 da. I had to work out. And I chilled. And what these trials have done is it's actually honed or forged better spiritual disciplines in response to said problem. Within the last year, I started fasting. Within the last year, I've gotten into more of a health. I was eating anyway, but a more healthier diet. In the last year, I've gained. I had a prayer life, but a more intense, personable prayer life. You understand me? I started honoring the Sabbath to the best of my ability, which for me, I don't make no money or spend no money from Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. All that was honed in the press. If I don't go through these situations, those attributes aren't produced. So, of course, they say humans would take the path of least resistance. However, in my situation, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't duck it neither, because I know on the other side of this is a new spiritual component, a new wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Where the masses that I perceive don't look at it like that. For a man who has been a fool all his life, not an ego or anything like that, I'm one of the most wise people know. Even though I don't have no letters in front or behind my name. I'm spoken of very highly. Or on the flip side of it, people hate my guts and I ain't did nothing to them. I can speculate on to why that is, especially, in the emasculation agenda, my boldness with humility and meekness. You understand me? This journey has taught me to be very resolute in my convictions and my stances. One of which being, if you make my spidey sense tingle, now I don't have all the information, but my spidey sense has never been wrong. Another component that's been honed along the journey. I'm looking to the Most High, not necessarily the people. You see what I'm saying? So if you make my spidey sense tingle with something you say or how you go about something, okay, I put that in the file cabinet. If it happened twice, I cut it off and I don't think nothing else about it. Don't care nothing else about it. Not because I'm a douchebag or nothing like that, but because my brain doesn't like being played with or its intelligence being disrespected. And and I don't know because typically I'm either hot or cold, feast or famine. So finding the middle ground has been, a challenge for me. You know what I mean? I'm either all the way turned up or I'm all the way off, right? So granted, in the dispensation of time, in my vision, right? Now my vision or my thoughts are way lower than Most High thoughts, or his thoughts are more higher than mine. His thoughts are more higher than mine. So I'm of the belief, especially early in my journey, right? This trip, I want to network. I want to, show myself approved to others, show them what I can bring to the table. And as it currently stands, those efforts haven't come together, just like my vocational efforts. But I've been funneled into a field of work that I'm well versed in because it ties into all the years of affliction. So who else better to work in this thing than the person I took through it? You understand? But it taught me to have a relationship with myself and what I like to call my spidey sense. So we're all interdependent, don't get me wrong. But I really don't need people. Because in, addiction, they teach you that typically with addiction comes codependency. But based on the people I was around, and when I finally was able to break free of them, I really don't want to need nobody. And we all need help, don't get me wrong. But I go to the Most High first, then he may send people. But typically what he does is he sends the help through the circumstance, or I walk into it, or I'll just find money, or I'll get a piece of mail saying I had an account I never knew about. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm very leery, and I've talked about this previously on my channel, where you have to be careful of the help, because the help may want to help themselves to you, especially in this spiritual climate. The adversary present themselves as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people don't come to you with their horns up. They come to you wanting to offer assistance. And of course, use this with your own discernment. They come in the form of what they think you want to see. But then, they'll say or do little stuff that have you. And like I said, if I do this twice, it's over. Because I ain't got no time to be playing. And if my blessing is tied to that, I don't want it. I'm right where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time when people offer assistance, help, advice, they're using it in a way to render some type of power over you or some type of leverage in your life. And from the people I've been around for years on end, I refuse. I barely even want to follow the government. You know what I'm saying? And I've been like that since I was little. So if I don't perceive, I got a homeboy of mine who I was talking to him the other night. He said, Kyle, now we was in treatment together. He said, Kyle, I was telling my other homeboy, when I think about it, he said, man, you the only person who's never asked me for nothing, yeah. And we've been around each other, or, like one time he came down here, he had to get a bike for his grandson. And he was going to ride the bike back. I'm like, man, you just sticking in my car, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy, just kicking with my man. And we don't see each other in person that often, right? So he's like, man, I'll look out for you. Man, you out here. You know what I mean? Don't even worry about cause one addict helping another is without parallel. You know what I'm saying? When I do off now, I don't keep track of like people I help or keep a tally. I just do it. But if I perceive you're taking advantage of it, you ain't got to worry about it no more. Come and just stop. And you can't verbally convince me to keep going, because now when I put the stopgap measure in place, you won't be able to contact me no more. And if I see you in real life, you'll be like, all right, I'm going to just look at you. Like, you know why I did it. You know what I'm saying? And if I have to explain to you why I did it, I'm not going to explain it to you, because that's an even deeper issue. So I don't want to talk no more. Outside of going to work and talking on YouTube, I don't even talk at all like nothing anyway, because I'm tired of talking. I'd rather talk with action. I'd rather have my efforts and the work I put in talk for me. You put in enough work in whatever it is you're doing, externally and internally, you don't have to talk. Everybody do the talking for you. Oh, there you go. That's him right there. Yeah. No, have you ever heard of Mike Tyson walking into a room and announcing to everybody he Mike Tyson? Nobody does that. Everybody start tapping each other, and they tell other people that's Mike Tyson. You see what I'm saying? And in the world of the bamboozler and whatnot, one of their most famous things is this. They're great at this. Unless we're talking about something of substance. I don't like talking. I don't want to talk. Talk about what? I'm not a real big fan of chit chat for the most part. Or unless it's something of substance or something like that. I don't know, because again, what has been honed along my journey, instead of talking to other people, it's the internal self-talk. Just like with the the little situation I had going on. Excuse me. There was a lot of self-dialogue, discerning of my own spirit. Okay, what do we feel? What is our intuition saying? Spirit, right? Mine say we can do this, we can do this, and I can do it. But my spirit talking to me saying, nah, chill, cuz we are rest. You know what I'm saying? But Trump's doing this, and this is going on geopolitically, and I heard this budget cut. Spirit say, rest. I'm not moved by external circumstances. Don't move my actual movements. You know what I'm saying? And that has been honed in the process. You see what I'm saying? Without faith, it is impossible to please the Most High. I'm of the belief, right? See, sometimes it be hard to quantify and really verbalize to y'all what I'm attempting to convey, which essentially is, now you discern this for your own. I'm just sharing y'all with me, right? As far as all the societal stuff or people and all that, it's crazy how I have this duality. I care, and at the same time, I don't give up. You see what I'm saying? Because my first responsibility is to the Most High, me and my family. Everything else is probably a distant third. You see what I'm saying? At this current juncture in time. If it really ain't about one of those two components, unless he reveal it to me, I ain't. Oh, but da da da. You make a compelling argument. If I ain't feeling it, it sounded great, and I still ain't finna do it. But when I get by myself, then self or my intuition or the spirit will tell me how to discern what you said. You see what I'm saying? I've never really actually solved anything. I've been led by the spirit the whole time. I just couldn't intellectually quantify it because I was in a new season. You see what I'm saying? And I've had repeated situations like this. My plan not working in Baltimore. Something say it's time to leave. I left. No, no. I mean, I had some utility related certs in my back pocket, but no real plan. But it worked out. When I left the job the first and second time, the second time with greater responsibility, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I do know I'm gonna protect my energy and protect my spirit and protect my internal progress. Damn them people. And I think it makes me a nominal major that I'm so quick to walk away from stuff that don't work for me. Because seasons previous, I've given much of myself and just goodness and so on, but it never really got reciprocated. But it's not that I'm harboring any kind of resentment or anything like that. I just got wiser, especially to the daytime we live in. I'm used to being, technically by myself, or I'm able to do more now because I never really had a whole lot during the journey. So when I get a little something now, I tend to do more with it than the average. You see what I'm saying? none of the external stuff define me. So let's say, I guess they could, but it really don't work. And as soon as, I discern a change in pattern, I just cut it off. So sending the proverbial lady in a red dress ain't gonna work. It'll work while it worked. And then when it stopped working, I'm gone. I have no problem detaching from nothing in this world. You know what I'm saying? But that's, again, all been honed along the journey. And I believe that to be the gift of suffering and the gift of endurance. You know what I'm saying? Even in my personal situation, I might not outright beat it. I just beat it by sticking to the script and not doing nothing else and just keep doing what I've been doing. Doing what I've been doing got me here. When I showed no signs, previous to 4 years ago, of having any semblance of anything I'm talking about now, spiritually and mentally, emotionally speaking, certain knowledges and whatnot, my growth has been exponential, like a space age rocket ship. I don't care who you is, I don't care how long I've known you, and I don't feel bad or I'm mad towards the other party. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was on the flip side and I went about the wrong way, one thing I'm certain of, my conviction would hit me. And I've had to, apologize, make amends quite a few times. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm not a prideful being, I don't got no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have no ego to maintain. I'm is who I'm is. I'm authentically the toothless wonder. You know what I'm saying? But I would just implore all those out there, especially my men folks, because, with the emasculation agenda and, if you're of a certain demographic, it's hard in the yard. But you got to be one of the strongest people on earth. Even if you have times of weakness, the average person would have jumped out the window by half of the stuff you probably dealing with now. I just want the breakthrough, and I've had it in numerous other ways, but I just want a whole new set of problems. I'm tired of dealing with the same spirits with a different face. Man, send some new ones, cuz. These are getting remedial to me now. This all you got, man? This ain't even no challenge, yo. I like to be challenged. That's why school wasn't really, because it wasn't challenging me mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I just go to sleep, and I believe I got like an auditory type memory. So I ain't really sleep. My ears work. I hear everything. Wake up last 15 minutes of class, get a B. My teacher told me that one time. I said, Calvin, if you actually apply yourself, you be dangerous. And here's another thing that the journey home. The wisdom of self-protection. Like, this weekend's pretty nice here in Maryland. So I did go by the water and get me some good exercise on once I got some more gusto in my spirit, right? Then I'm like, oh, I could, ride my bike around the homie's house, check on them, and whoop de whoop. And I thought about it. But my bike took me right back home, and I was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know, they ain't talking about nothing. It's going to be the same old, same old. Same empty promises. No, and people are proud of me, no diggity, no doubt. But I know if nobody ever asked me any suggestions about, or if they do ask me a suggestion, they ain't going to implement it. So me and the world at large are trending in opposite directions. I'm actually looking to taking on new challenges. I truly believe the Most High kind of like curtailed me or held me back to a degree. Because I got great ideas right now I can implement. It's just not his will in his time. Because then that'd be like me trying to be God's partner. No, I'm more God's soldier. Like I can, make petition like David did. But this ain't I'm not sitting on the board of directors here like, he got a list of my plan. Nah, you just do what I tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's it, yo. So even though there's a great storm all around you, if I tell your spirit chill, let me see how beat you out of that. Because again, like I said, I think I'm smart. So I like to solve stuff in my time and da-da-da-da. But if I could solve stuff in my time, I used to be like this, right? Whereas though I want to hurry up and get to the destination, not understanding it's the journey. You gotta embrace the journey. The rain, pain, and the tears have made me who I am now. And now I see the benefit in it internally. And that's what I protect. I don't let people play with me. It do something to my mind, my spirit too, but my brain feel disrespected. How, after all I've been through, how you could not, nothing went through. Boy, what like when you ever seen them videos of the old school dude and the youngin get into it on the bus or something, and they disrespect old school, and then the first thing old school tell him is how many hours he just worked. Man, who's you talking to? What? Man, I'm ready to take all my frustrations out on you, yo. Care nothing about none of that stuff you talking about, because it is completely irrelevant to my existence. People come, people go. Okay. Like, at one point, real early in my journey, right? I figured, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And eventually, this, that will happen. You realize, ain't none of it happen. And then I crossed this invisible threshold where it stopped being a thing to me. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy my own company. I'm at peace with self. Self-awareness, self-actualization. Like, if it don't benefit, like you could offer me $1 million right now. And if I don't like the terms of the contract, I'm walking away. Ain't no negotiation. Nah, it don't work for me. What about I don't need $1 million. Not if it come attached with that. Nah. Cause the $1 million might go. But I still had this. No, we not doing that, right? No, man. Then they get mad when they can't buy a ballsy. And I love it. When you like with the, my child custody issue and all that. Like people, like I don't know what it is about me. Like I'll say, oh, I'm gonna do this, right? Or if you keep doing this, I'm gonna do this, right? And then when you do what you said you was gonna do, they get mad like you ain't telling you was finna do it. I'm not y'all. I just don't be talking. If I say something, I mean it. Like when I left the job, the second time I said, yo, I'm telling the other people, like, yo, man, it's whacking it. And I feel it affecting my spirit. I said, man, I'm ready to quit, yo. Mind you, they had just hired me back. I'm ready to quit, yo. Then when I quit, everybody, oh, you wrong. Oh, I'm wrong for choosing me. I know you don't know nothing about that. Now, like I said, in making that spiritual judgment call, everybody that I've previously known and worked with, for the most part, outside of maybe one or two people, is a former shell of themselves, even though they physically still alive. What they call that? Being an environment that creates spiritual death. Woo! Wee! It's real in the battlefield. But this is just a little quick little mess. I don't think I've been on here in a minute. I'm trying to work my little schedule out and really make time. I really want to go live more, but I do have some calm constraints. Peace and blessing to everyone. Peace and blessing to everybody. Subscribe, who comment. Just look, here's the end of the message. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the script. Just keep on keeping on. And on that note, I'm going to holler at y'all. One love, baby. Ooh,